What's all this?
Robespierre. He's declared today a festival of the Supreme Being. A paean to the virtue of the nation and the citizen's duty toward it.
Why does that sound familiar?
As far as Templar doctrine goes, it's a loose interpretation.
We'll never get close to him in the middle of all this. We'd best retire and wait for a better opportunity.
Still thinking like an assassin. This time, I have the plan.
Oh? And what would that be?
Think like a Templar.
Amazing!
Thought we were supposed to be rational.
What's he thinking?
Vive Robespierre!
Bravo!
Vive la liberté!
The Supreme Being ain't called for Robespierre. I'll eat my hat.
Ridiculous pomp and circumstance.
What now?
Robespierre is unassailable. He's got half the guard out in force. We'll never get within 10 yards of him.
Just what I said.
But he's not as popular as he was. The Purgers, the Supreme Being cult. If we can discredit him, he's finished.
Massive public spectacle is the perfect venue.
Exactly. Paint him as a dangerous lunatic and his power will evaporate like snow in April. But we'll need some convincing evidence.
I have an idea where to start. You coming?
Meet me after. I have my own arrangements to make.
Faites-leur manger la cervelle de leurs voisins!
Let's see. Incriminating evidence. A letter.
Monsieur Robespierre, take care that you do not allow your personal ambitions to come before the great work. That which we do not for our own glory, but to remake the world into Malay's image. Jamais.
Interesting, but not particularly helpful. Looks like a diary.
At exactly 5 in the morning, a general recall shall be sounded in Paris. This call shall invite every citizen, men and women alike, to immediately adorn their houses with the beloved colors of liberty, either by rehanging their flags or by embellishing their houses with garlands of flowers and greenery.
Not quite what I'm looking for.
Monsieur, as you have been the savior of the Republic, I beg you now to be my brother's savior as well. Even now he languishes in prison, arrested by patriots more zealous in their heroism than careful in their methods. No warrant for André's arrest was ever issued, and yet he remains imprisoned in Saint-Lazare under suspicion. I pray you do not recall my brother's writings in the Journal de Paris, coming as they did from an intemperate poet's heart. Rather, I beg you, if my own humble skills have been even the smallest of aid to our glorious revolution, spare my brother. In his writings, I see the burgeoning of France's greatest poet, a light that will shine for all time. Yours in patriotism, Marie-Joseph Chenier.
Hardly the sort of thing to topple a tyrant with.
Publiciste de la Révolution française, the day after Marat died.
Interesting, but not particularly helpful.
Merlin, Tallien, Bourdon. These are all deputies of the National Convention. Lists of political figures written in the hand of a man fond of sending his rivals to the guillotine. Yes, these should do nicely.
Well?
A list of names. 50 or so deputies of the National Convention, all written in Robespierre's hand and all opposed to him.
I imagine those good gentlemen would be quite interested to know they're on that list. First... Monsieur Robespierre brought his own refreshments. Distract the guards. I have an idea.
Distract the guards. Right.
Armed in turn with the daggers of fanaticism and the poison of atheism, they can no more tear the world from armed with the daggers of fanaticism and the poisons of atheism, they can no more tear the world from in turn with the daggers of fanaticism and the poisons of atheism. People fear no more their sacrilegious conspiracies. People fear no more their sacrilegious conspiracies. They can no more tear the world from... People fear no more their sacrilegious conspiracies. It is wisdom, above all, that our guilty enemies cry from the Republic. We must be generous with the good, compassionate for the unfortunate, and excellent. We must be compassionate toward the good. Generous, compassionate toward the unfortunate, and inexorable toward the good. We must be generous toward the good, compassionate toward the unfortunate, and inexorable toward the wicked. Let us not count on unalloyed strength, triumph without obstacles, or on anything that depends on the fortune or perversity of another. Armed in turn with the daggers of fanaticism and the poisons of atheism, they can no more tear the world from... Yes, armed in turn with the daggers of fanaticism and the poisons of atheism, they can no more tear the world from... Armed in turn with the daggers of fanaticism and the poisons of atheism. People fear no more their sacrilegious conspiracies. People fear no more their People fear no more their sacrilegious conspiracies.
Get over here, you runt! I've got a bloody message for you!
How did I get? Causes hallucinations. This will make him look mad. Now we have to make him look dangerous.
The list of names.
It must fall into the right hands, anonymously. If our involvement gets out, it'll tip Germain off.
Leave that part to me.
He has returned to nothing.
Hey! You want some fun? I'll happily cut you and that's out to play with!
Let all the crowns and ills of the world disappear with him. Daggers of fanaticism, the poisons of atheism. Kings still conspire to assassinate humanity. If they can no longer restrict the divinity of the in order to implicate him in their transgressions, they endeavor to
Robespierre natters on about freedom and mercy, while thousands go to the guillotine. Gone somewhere I'd like to see this, he would choke on his own.
Pray, monsieur. Might I borrow your handkerchief?
repressed in its heart, then the remorse from their own hearts. You who are weak, hold up your woeful heads. You can again raise your eyes to the sky with impunity. Heroes of the country, your generous devotion is not a brilliant folly. The minions of tyranny may be able to assassinate you, but it is not in their power to annihilate you completely. Man, whoever you are,
Conduct unbecoming me. Who the hell does Robespierre think he is? What is it, sir? A pickpocket. Damn your eyes.
Nature thus
Bloody hell, what did they steal?
its magnificence and wisdom all its empire. The supreme being is not destroyed. Let us be generous toward those who are good, compassionate toward the unfortunate, inexorable toward the wicked, just toward everyone. Let us depend only on our constancy and our virtue. People, fear no more their sacrilegious conspiracies. They can no more tear the world from the breast of its author than the remorse from their own hearts.
Don't run off! The part where I spill your guts and drag them off the pole nerve is next!
On anything that depends on the fortune and perversity of the mother.
Look at that
Let us
strutting
be serious and
That should set things in motion.
as men who determine
What's that?
It is wisdom, above all, that our guilty enemies want to drive from the Republic. To wisdom alone does it belong to consolidate the prosperity of empire.
Being a list of enemies of the revolution.
100 names here. Robespierre's gone too far this time.
That's at the fox in the hen house.
Pity the hens. Now what?
We wait. It won't take long. Once Robespierre has lost the support of the people, he'll be no more use to Germain. And when Germain abandons him...
He's vulnerable. Let's go.